What advice would you give to the rest of us, in facing something that is heartbreaking, scary? What lessons, what few lessons might have you taken from that might help somebody else as they go through something like that?
And I think in a lot of these situations, it can be applied to sort of almost any adversity. It's your mindset. The mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and even in how it affects healing. I had a lot of conversations with my doctors about this because, again, as you saw in the video, we beat every benchmark that was set for us. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that is just accredited to the fact that I was very motivated and very dedicated and very focused. And I think when you're put in that kind of situation, there are a lot of things outside of your control, but one of the things you can control is how you react to it and how you position yourself to deal with it. And the kind of better you are at staying calm, stepping back, assessing it, making good decisions, and staying focused on the right things, I think that can get you through an awful lot.
How do you ensure that everybody knows what their role is, that you're communicating well, that those things there's a lot of collaboration? How do you approach those on a day-to-day basis?
Well, so it's funny, a lot of people have the misconception that racing's an individual sport. It's like tennis or golf, when in reality it's more akin to any other, football, basketball, hockey. I actually think it's the ultimate team sport because all it takes is one person, dropping a wheel nut in a pit stop, or an engineer writing down the wrong number on a setup sheet, and your race is done. And at the same time, there's literally lives on the line. I got to trust the people that are bolting my car together that it's going to stay in one piece, and the crew that's over the wall has to trust the driver to not, mow them down in pit stops. We literally put our lives in each other's hands. I can't think of a better example of teamwork than that. And so everything you see, everything that happens, everything that's done on a race weekend is choreographed, it's pre-planned, it's discussed. Pit stops are this almost beautiful ballet of, 6 guys over a wall, or girls, over a wall, doing 4 tires and 18.5 gallons of fuel in under 7 seconds if we're doing it right. There's lots of practice that goes into that. We do pit stop practice with video analysis and make sure that everybody is doing exactly what they need to do. Can we shave off 0.2 of a second if you run this way, or start on this foot versus this foot? Then on the engineering stand, there's 6 engineers that are all looking at live telemetry. They all have specific roles while the car's on track. Certain people are looking at engine parameters, certain people are looking at the aerodynamic parameters, certain people are looking at the chassis parameters. Making suggestions, communicating back and forth to me. There's the spotters up in the grandstands that are helping the drivers paint a picture of what's happening around you. So there are 25 people that it takes, from the machinists back at the workshop to the truck drivers that bring all the gear there, to the engineers, the mechanics, the pit crew. It's 25 people just to get one race car on the racetrack and run successfully. And if any one of those people don't do their jobs perfectly well on Sunday, there are 23, 24 other guys at any given weekend, or 32 on the Indy 500 weekend, that are gonna take your job. They're gonna take that win. It's not like stick and ball sports in the sense where you either win or lose, right? You have one opponent. We have to beat all of them every single week. It's like winning a championship in any other sport, but we have to do it every week. So it's everybody has to be a team. They have to work together, and that comes from just a lot of practice and a lot of preparation.